Bitch. Alright, hold on. Alrighty. I should be live. Welcome to Starlight My channel. We in again with another good video. Another good live, of course. And this live is gonna be about as you can tell by the title, Nofap and semen retention. Now I'm not gonna go into too far in depth, but I do want to be just as detailed enough that I can so that you can understand what I'm trying to say. So basically, the first thing we talk about Nofap and semen retention. What is that? That is the art of a male preserving his energy so that it can be the longer a male goes without ejaculating and the longer a male goes without releasing his seed and sperm, he does gain quite a bit of more physical energy and vitality, a little bit more of internal energy and mental energy, right? Um, and mental acuity. So here's the thing about it, right? Most importantly, the biggest thing that people don't understand. I'm not gonna be too long because I don't want my stuff to overheat again, but understand this, right? The most important thing is cycling and understand the moderation. Understand that semen retention, right? So I'm being specific because a lot of people don't understand this. Let me talk close to the mic. When it comes to semen retention or no fat, a lot of guys don't understand that there's a certain cycle that everybody has. Now, what I mean by that is everybody should have their own version of moderation, and moderation with all things. So when you talk about no fat and semen retention, it is benefits to it, but you also want to be in a situation where you are able to have moderation with yourself. This don't mean that you need to go years and years with semen retention because that's false. Everything in moderation. Everybody has their own limit, and you may be trying to build up to more, but everybody has their own cycle. So, for instance, say you want to start out, you're having a hard time. Say you have a hard time. Say you self pleasure every day, right? Say you self pleasure every day, right? You self pleasure, or you whatever you want to call it, self pleasure, self stimulation, fapping, whatever, right? You touch yourself, right? You know what I'm saying? And you can't quit doing it. You addicted, right? You got to put yourself in a situation to realize that you gotta find amount of you gotta first start off with a short amount of days, a small amount of days that you can go. So say you used to doing it every day, so then try 2-3 days and keep doing that cycle. And once you get comfortable enough with that, then you can bump up to maybe 3 or 4 days. Once you get comfortable with that, then you might move them to 5 days. Then you might try a week. You comfortable with a week, then you know what I'm saying. But everybody has their own certain homeostasis, and even then, with building up gradually, there's still a certain homeostasis. A lot of people may realize, okay, once I reach up to 30 days, that's when my body feels more comfortable for me to release or relapse or whatever because my body is in a situation where it's the energy of moderation and having it cycled like that, like that's like going a period of days without doing it and then going that same amount of days again and constantly doing that. That is good because that is cumulative, meaning that energy you're always building. So say, let me give you an example, right? So say you started, right, boom. So you're gonna say you first start out 3 days. 1, 2, 3. Once you do go 3 days, right, you build up a certain amount of energy, right? Once you say, okay, I'm gonna relax, right, boom, that energy may come down a little bit, but you're not as low as you was when you started. So now you start in that next set of 3 days a little bit higher. So now you're here now. So 1, 2, 3, and then now you're going up here. And first you ended up here in the 3 days, ended that 3 day cycle. This 3 day cycle, you start off with more energy than you had before. So now your ending after that 3 days is here. You're gonna have even more energy. Then you go another 3 days, boom. And now you same thing. You cut off some of there, and now you really vibrating high. So you still got that. You might not even be as tired as you was before. And then boom, the next 3 days, now you start out there. Now you even have more. And see, that's what I mean by cumulative. And this is how your sexual energy is supposed to be. It's not about constant semen retention or from a religious point of view of no fap or semen retention or whatever you want to call it. It's always important to preserve your sexual energy. And this is a big problem that is going on and it's plagued men of these generations for a long time. You know what I'm saying? For a couple of years, and it's been getting worse and worse, especially with the corn. I'm not gonna say it, but the actual corn industry making it worse. But really, it's all of us lost in our desires. But it's also is part of the government too, because they push it out on us like being overly stimulated and overly exhausting our energies is positive for us, especially as males. Because females can have multi-orgasmic experiences. They don't lose as much. They even can boost it sometimes. They have so many different routes. It's deep when it comes to the female. But this video, low key, is really about making no fat and semen retention for men. I could do a video about females because they body alchemy is made up a lot differently. Um, but anyway, um, you go check out some female channels. They talk about no fat too for female. It's an alchemy to theirs too, and it's a lot of knowledge. But anyway, I get to that one day. But understanding that, right? And and it does make you weaker when you excessively release your seed or excessively ejaculate or excessively put yourself in a situation where you're constantly wasting your life force and energy that way. Then it'll take a negative turn because you'll wonder why you don't have as much physical energy, vitality. Your aura won't be strong enough. That's your internal energies. Your internal energetic currency will be low. This is why it's easier to make more money or develop more currency when you own things like NoFap. But it don't just stop there. You gotta assist other things in your life that help boost that energy and help you build your overall energy, your health, because health is wealth, your physical health, then your internal energies, chakra wheels, aka your internal energetic currency. These are all forms of currency. And then your spiritual currency, that's how much knowledge you know, how much experience you are. Everybody's different. That's why everybody reincarnate in a different situations with different amount of currency. But that's a different story. But just understand that these are the basic forms of currency and energy, and you drain them when you do no fat like that. But that's a different story. But anyway, let's talk about people that want ways to how to people that have a hard time. Let me make this fast because my phone is getting hot. But let's say people who have a hard time quitting, let's say masturbation or quitting self pleasure or fapping or self stimulation, right? First, you have to understand when a person is lost like that and lost into constantly being in a cycle of can't stay above their own sexual urges. Mind you, this is solo. This is the person having a hard time with masturbation or self pleasure, self clapping, not with another partner, but self pleasure. Understand that what you're looking for. I'm gonna have to do a part two because I'm overheating fast. But you have to understand is what you're looking for is the orgasmic sensations, not the release itself. Let me repeat. What you're looking for is the orgasmic sensations, not the release itself. A lot of times, due to our negative programming of how we self pleasure ourselves, which ain't nothing wrong with that. These are positive things too. But there's a way of masturbation or self pleasure and self stimulation that benefits and builds the energy in our body, the physical health of the body with nutrients, and also the energetic internal part of the soul with like chakra energetic currency, you boost it like that and chi. But then there's like I said, that's a positive way of boosting. Then there's a negative way of boosting it, where that drains us and stuff like that. We be energetically tired, and then we be in a situation where we losing a lot of vitamins and minerals, and wonder why we have so much health issues these days. That's a story. That's another story too. But understand that that plays a big part. So a lot of times when a person has a problem with their own body, like they can't stop masturbating, they have self pleasure, they can't stop self stimulating themselves and fapping. A lot of times you think that what you're looking for is a release. Especially say you go a little bit and you like, oh, I gotta just get one off by yourself. But you think you're looking for the release, but that's only because we have been indoctrinated and trained and programmed so much, having these negative ways of masturbation and not the healthy ways, that we get it mixed and correlated with the release with the orgasmic. I think I'm back. The release with the orgasmic experience, and that's two different things. This is and a lot of times we'll think, oh, but I just need that release. I just need to. They be like, oh, that's why I can't edge because I have to release it, right? But you have to understand, you will program yourself to think that release and orgasm are the exact same thing, and that's not the same thing. The ability to ejaculate and orgasm are two separate things. They just happen to occur at the same time. But these are actually two separate processes that can be separated from each other. You see what I'm saying? And there's a whole science to that, and techniques that you can use. But the reason how, before you think this is crazy and pseudo, the reason how you know that's the case is that's why sometimes when a person like masturbate or whatever like that, and they finally release or have that ending climax, sometimes they'll be like, "Ah man, that was it. I could have hold off." Especially if you be on semen retention, no fap, and you've been through that before, like when you were younger, and you was being, and then you finally climax because what you thought that you was gonna release all the sexual tension that you built up. Then you realize, yeah, it feel good, you had to release, but you kind of be like, oh man, I could have went longer than that. Like I didn't. You be like, it's kind of like a small bit of regret. Not people that get lost and be like, oh my gosh, this is demonic. No, not that type. I'm talking about when they be like, man, I could have waited off. All right, it wasn't even that big of a deal like I thought it was gonna be. This was a waste of my time. I could have held off. I could have preserved my energy. I could have put that into something else. That's how you know. When, like it's like what they call it post nut clarity. That's how you know that it's not the release you're looking for. Because once you catch the release, you be like, oh okay, that's cool. Maybe I could take a nap or something. But you be like, oh that's all I was sitting for. And then you still on a path of chasing more. This how you know the release is not fully what you want because you're always trying to chase more. You're always trying to chase more. You're always trying to find the highest high. And then you end up finding something even more kinkier and going to a corn site that's even more freakier or even kinkier kink. You see what I'm saying? This is how you know that because you're always trying to find a higher high. If it was the release that you really were looking for, you would be able to go a lot much longer without trying to find that release again because you're actually satisfied. So that's how I know it's the orgasm. It's that point right before climax that you're looking for. And this is I'm gonna have to make a part two because my phone get hot and my phone about to die. Let me see what. Yeah, I'm on 2%. My phone be bugging. Hold on. My shit be stay bugging. I gotta upgrade fast. Hold on. Let me hurry up and try to get this out though, y'all. So listen. Let me hurry up and try to get this out fast. But listen, what I'm saying is this, right? This is why things such as tantra and kareza, tantra. Let's just say tantra because it's the most known one. The same thing, but you know, tantra. They teach you different ways of not only pleasure, they call it lingual massage, but also when you are with a partner, which I'm gonna get into next, which is ways to transmute that energy, because you realize that after all, when like people that are addicted to masturbation, addicted to fap, and addicted to excessive self pleasure, excessive self stimulation, you think that what you're looking for is the release itself, aka the ejaculation or the climax. But after a while, you start realizing that that's actually not what you're looking for. You think it is because, like I said, how negatively we've been programmed to correlate ejaculation or the release or climax with orgasm, and it's two separate things that just happen to occur at the same time. And in tension, you learn that these two things can be deciphered and be separated. So what you're really looking for is that orgasmic energy. You're looking for orgasmic sensations. You're not looking for the climax of the actual ejaculation, although you think you do because you correlated the two with one, the orgasm, and then you correlated with release. So you undoubtedly correlated the sensation of ejaculation or release of climax with orgasm and release. When truly, you really that's really not it. You're really looking for just the orgasm energy itself. And the longer you start to go into tantrum and different legal massages and learning your sexuality and putting that and channeling that into higher energy centers and chakras, you start realizing that what you're really looking for, which is a deeper connection within yourself, aka, like I said, the orgasmic energy. You're not really chasing that actual release. That's why sometimes people have quote unquote post nut clarity or be like, damn, I ain't really have to do this. I mean, it feel good, cool, it's a release, but I can go to sleep. But it's like, I could have stayed. I could have put that into something else. I ain't have to do that. It wasn't even as exciting as I thought it was gonna be after I saved up for a certain point of time. You see what I'm saying? I'm just talking about energy now. We're not being immature. We're not being kiddish. We just talk about energy. You gotta understand energy. A lot of people are behind. We going into a new shift and wave. You're not gonna be able to survive this shift if you don't got yourself and your spirit together. We're moving fast and rapidly into a new current. It's the reason why the sun is getting more brighter. It's the reason why the current is getting more stronger. Things are getting higher. It's not just what you think, bro. I'm trying to tell you. But anyway, before we ramble into that, right? And ranting into that. Hold on. My phone stay about to fucking die. I'm gonna have to do a part two, but I'm gonna do a part two. I'm gonna end it off on this. So understand when you talk about self pleasure, what you're looking for is the orgasmic sensations themselves, not the actual ejaculation, the climax. And the right before you get to a climax, when they say you self pleasure, right before you get to a climax or ejaculation, that spot right before that orgasmic feeling that you feel, that's the most intense part. Not the actual release, because then when the release happens, you like, oh, that's over. You get it's just 5, 10 seconds of feel good, and then it's over. You don't even last. So that's not, and then the fact that you gotta feel like you gotta get addicted to, you keep doing it over and over to achieve something, lets you know that that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for the orgasmic sensations itself. So things like tantra and learning lingo massage for yourself to put you into higher levels of bliss and consciousness, but also give you more energy and have you masturbate or have self pleasure in a more energetic building way, in a more positive way that builds energy and doesn't drain you physically from a health point of view and internally from a spiritual point of view or a soul point of view with energy and chi having loss of vitality and life force. You see what I'm saying? That's the first one. I'm gonna do a part two about when you're doing it with a partner, because I was gonna make this longer, but my phone about to die for some reason. It's retarded. But anyway, or I'm sorry, it's sped. But understand that, right? Understand that. So I'll be back with you um real shortly. I'm gonna let this charge up a little bit. But understand that whenever a person is lost into unhealthy skills of masturbation and think they have to do it every day, you think you're finding the release, but it's not the release you're looking for. It's the orgasmic energy. And then when you talk about for things like typically release, there are things that you can do in your body to transmit that energy, like exercising, stretching, yoga, massage. That's things that circulate blood, aka blood is a form of chi. That moves that through the body so the energy don't get stuck in the genitals. That moves that throughout the body. Deep breathing, aka also known as pranayama, we just call it breath work. Different forms of deep breathing. Deep breathing that moves energetic chi and also blood throughout the body too. That leaves it not trapped into the genitals, and so it can flow around the whole body and all the other energy centers and chakras in the body, so that that energy doesn't stay stuck in the sexual center for you to have just a whole bunch of urges and all you can think about is sex all day. You see what I'm saying? So understand that is so if you want to release, that's the way that you do certain releases. But even then, if you're addicted to it and you just keep finding yourself going back to it because you feel like you need it, understand that it's not the actual climax you're looking for itself. It's something deeper. It's the orgasm sensations itself that helps you build a not only a deeper connection with yourself, but understanding that that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for the orgasm energy that you're trying to feel. And that's within yourself, because that's how you build energy and you build life inside yourself and chakra light. But that's a different video. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off. But understand that if you're having self pleasure problems or masturbation problems or self stimulation problems or fapping problems too much, and you feel like you're addicted to it, you have to constantly do it. It's not the actual release of the ejaculation that you're looking for, the climax. You're looking for the orgasmic sensation. See what I'm saying? So when you can transmute that energy and do it in a healthy way, where you're not always constantly releasing all the time, you actually build this energy, and you end up that energy goes back within yourself. This is what they mean by impulsive orgasm or internal orgasm, because you feed the body, you feed the health of your physical body nutrients, and you feed your energetic body, your soul body with nutrients. This is why chakras give off light, because that all this is light and energy that you're supposed to transmute within your body. Or else, if you constantly deplete yourself, you're gonna be dull. You're not gonna have that much of aura. You're not gonna attract many things in your life. The chakras are gonna be doing your life quality of life will be a little bit lower. But let me get into that in the next video. That's pretty much it about the self pleasure part. Just understanding that when energy does get even pent up and you feel like, oh, I need to release, it's not the release you're looking for. It's the transmutation of energy, aka move. Like I said, different. Look up sexual transmutation. I just gave you some earlier with blood circulation, things that boost your circulation, pranayama, deep breathing, breath work, yoga, tai chi, qigong. That's from a more energetic level. Exercise, stretching, massage. All these things help move energy throughout the body. Deep breathing, even internal exercises like meditation that help put the energy a little bit higher. And you have more clarity and intuition about how to go about it that does help you. Um, Damn, what the hell? Oh yeah, like imagination, because I deal with the higher chakras too. That'll move energy, and also utilizing emotions and feeling the energy move up. But just utilizing these signatures in the general, your internal energies will actually move that energy too from an internal level. But there's a deeper science to it. But with that's the first part, and that's basically about self pleasure. I'm gonna do a part two about how to deal with these things, semen retention with a partner when you're addicted with a partner, and you feel like people that be addicted to sex because they keep trying to get that nut or get that one nut they so addicted they think they need it, and what they're really looking for. I'm gonna get into that the same way how people that self pleasure themselves are addicted and they think they're looking for that climax and ejaculation all the time every day, but what they really looking for is the orgasm sensations. I'm gonna get into what a person who overly addicted to sex and feel like they always gotta get that nut, and just whether they're hoeing around or just constantly addicted to sex all the time. I'm gonna let you know what they're really searching for, what they're really looking for. All right. So with that being said, this is the end of the first session of this video. I'm gonna have to cut it short because my phone getting hot and about to die, as always. You know what I'm saying? But that's because I always tend to like record when I never fully charge. But anyway, peace out.